Sloka 7. Okay. Okay. So we'll continue with verse number 10. Chapter number 15.
50.
Yes. Wow. Very nice verse. Very important verse. Okay. Mamaevamso jivaloke jivabhutas sanatanaha manafshashthanindriyani prakriti karshati. Mamevamsho jivaloke jivabhutas sanatanaha manafshashthanindriyani prakriti karshati. Mamevamso jivaloke jivabhuta sanatanaha manavshashthanindriyani prakriti karshati. Okay. Anyone want to try? Prabhu?
Can I try first, Babu?
Yeah.
Mama, the thing is not in line, Babu.
Okay. Is it good?
Okay, but nice. Mamaivam jiva loge jiva bhuta sanatanaha manasasthanendriyani prakriti karshati.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Anyone else? Prabhu?
Hare
Mataji?
Krishna, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
Hare
please try.
Krishna, sir.
Yeah, please try.
Mamaivam jivaloke jivabhutan sanatana manasakta indriyani prakriti karsati. Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, so Mama, my, Eva, certainly, Amsha, Angsha, fragmental particle. So Amsa means here, Amsam. So நம்ம சொல்லுவோம்ல நீ வந்து என்னுடைய அம்சம் நீங்க என்னுடைய அம்சம். So Amsa means part and parcel, fragmental particle. So this is the meaning of Amsa. Okay. So Jiva Loke, in the world of conditioned life. Yes. Loke means what? Loke means referring to the Loka, world. So Jiva Loke, in the world of conditioned life. Okay. So Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta. So Jiva here referring to the conditioned living being. So what is this condition? What is the meaning condition? I think we have discussed this many times, but let's just to recall so that we are aligned with the proper understanding of Srila Prabhupada's words here, right? So always Srila Prabhupada says conditioned soul, right? So here Jiva Loki, and the world of the in the world of the conditioned life. So what is condition? Anyone? Arsi Mataji, சொல்லுங்க.
Living entities, we are conditioned to certain things.
What is condition? Condition means?
Conditioned to conditioned soul that
Yeah. So now let's say someone is asking you, Mataji, நீங்க பகவத்கீதா கிளாஸ்லாம் போயிருக்கீங்க, நான் பகவத்கீதா படிக்கிறேன். So what is this the meaning of conditioned soul? What is the meaning conditioned soul? So how do you explain to the person?
conditioned so that to know Krishna, to understand Krishna.
Yeah, but why it is called conditioned soul? What is the meaning condition?
Fixed.
Sorry? Fixed.
To
Fixed.
fixed.
Fixed means Mataji? Sorry.
Fixed only to worship Krishna.
Okay. Okay. So anyone else? Prabhu?
Can I try, Babu?
Yeah, சொல்லுங்க Prabhu.
Like according to our past karma, this body has been given to us by material nature. So we have to live according to the rules and regulations of material nature.
So what is the meaning of condition here? Why it is
Yeah.
called condition?
We are conditioned by material nature. That means we live according to the rules and regulations of nature.
Okay. So anyone else? Who is there? Let me see. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu is here. Arasi Mataji. Yeah. Anyone else? Saraswati Mataji. Udaya Surya Mataji.
Krishna
Anyone?
Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Prabhu, condition soul means we are attached bound by three modes of material nature. One of goodness, passion, ignorance.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhu, sorry, bro. Your name, Prabhu?
Kesun Prabhu.
Keshavan. First time வரீங்களா? நான் உங்களை பார்த்ததில்ல அதான் இங்க
Yeah, Prabhu.
Zoom-ல.
Last week வந்தோம். Last week.
வந்தீங்களா? சரி, Prabhu. From where, Prabhu? You're from where?
Ipo Prabhu. Ipo Center.
Ipo Center. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, thank you. So, okay. So let's see. It's very important, பாருங்களேன். So this is something very important. What is the meaning condition? Always in Srila Prabhupada books, அவர் வந்து இந்த conditionன்ற வார்த்தையை பாய்ப்பாரு. Yeah. So, as Keshavan Prabhu said, condition means very simple, to be controlled. It's very simple. You see, condition என்னது? You're bound by something. குறைக்கணும். இப்போ நான் சொல்றேன். எப்படி சொல்றேன்னா, நீங்க வந்து இங்க வரலாம். நீங்க நீங்க என்ன பார்க்க வரலாம். ஆனா 2 கண்டிஷன் இருக்கு. புரியுதுங்களா? நம்ம சொல்லுவோம்ல. என்ன என்ன நான் வரேன். ஆனா 3 கண்டிஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. 1 கண்டிஷன் இருக்கு. இப்படி பண்ணணும், அப்படி பண்ணணும். So basically, condition means we are being controlled. We are being bound by someone. Whether it is by law or whether it is by person or whether it's someone higher authority. Right? So this is the meaning condition. So whenever Srila Prabhupada used the word conditioned soul, அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? That means we are not 100% independent. We are always controlled by the higher nature, law of nature. As Keshavan Prabhu said, when we say law of nature, there are 3 modes of material nature. We have seen in this, right? Satya guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. So this law of nature, material nature, right? So even the law of material nature is not independent. It is comes under the jurisdiction of Krishna. Krishna is the supreme controller, right? So like that, even you see in right now, we cannot even control our bladder. மூத்திர பேர்னா நம்ம வாஷ்ரூம் போய் ஆகணும். We cannot even control our hunger. We cannot even control our sleep, right? So that means in every way in this world, we are being controlled. Yes or no? Agree? Yeah, you are telling, oh, I'm a free bird. My life, my rules. சொல்றோமா இல்லையா? வாட்ஸ்அப் ஸ்டேட்டஸ் போடுறோம். My life, my rules. போடுறோமா? But where is your life? Where is your rules? You cannot even break the traffic light rules. If in the highway, if you go more than 110, you get a summon to your house. Where is your rules? If you eat more than necessary, you'll get a heart problem. If you have diabetes, you cannot take many other luxury food. So even if you are healthy, if you not control your diet, you get disease. Example, very simple example, right? So where is your freedom? You might have some freedom. You might have some minimal freedom, but in every way we are being controlled. First of all, we are being controlled by our mind, by our body, our senses, our parents, our wife, our children, our boss, our office, from A to Z by the nature, isn't it? So now you tell me, where is your freedom? Very limited. So this is the meaning of conditioned soul. Very simple, right? Condition means to be controlled. Okay, is it clear, Arsi Mataji?
Yes, sir. Clear.
This is very basic. Okay, so this one you must know by heart. When you're reading Srila Prabhupada books, this one you must know by heart.
Mm.
Is it a factual thing? உண்மைதானே நான் சொல்றது?
Yes.
That is what Srila Prabhupada is telling you. That is what Shastra is telling. Huh? So, Baddha Jiva, in Sanskrit, Baddha means condition, bound. Right? So, can you summarize to me, Arsi Mataji? So, what is the meaning of condition in your understanding right now?
To be controlled or bound by someone.
Exactly. Exactly. So, now when we say conditioned soul, that means the soul is bound by this material nature, by the senses, by his own mind. Correct?
Mm.
Agree?
Yes, sir.
So this is the meaning conditioned soul. Right? So if we don't understand these basics, then we cannot proceed further. Right? Right. So next, let's continue. So I think so far we are clear, right? The meaning of condition. So what is the opposite of condition? So what is the opposite of conditioned soul? You get my meaning?
Yes.
Conditioned soul or opposite inner soul?
Not to be controlled.
Yeah, not to be controlled. Correct? Exactly.
Mm.
So any other terms for that? What is the meaning? Okay, what is the meaning when not controlled soul means? Any meaning? If a conditional soul being controlled by nature, by senses.
Mm.
So after not controlled soul now?
We can do whatever we want.
But you cannot do whatever you want. You have to be controlled under control of someone, yes or no?
Yes.
Correct or no? That's the logic, right?
Yes, sir.
You have to be controlled on someone. You cannot be free because that is your nature.
Mm.
So what is the
control?
so you see conditioned soul means to be controlled by someone.
Mm.
So to be controlled by the material nature. So the opposite of conditioned soul is what? Anyone try? Anyone else?
To be controlled by the superior nature,
Yeah. So what is the superior nature?
transcendental, Babu.
Transcendental. To be controlled by transcendental nature. So what do we call that? That we call that liberated soul.
Yeah, nice word.
Yes. புரியுதுங்களா அரிசி மாதாஜி? So
Yes, sir.
liberated soul. Liberated soul என்ன அர்த்தம்? So now give me the definition. What is the meaning liberated soul?
Liberator.
Yeah. How do you know this is a liberated soul? Liberate. First of all, what is the meaning liberated? Very important. So what is the meaning liberated soul? Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, what is the meaning of liberated soul?
That means you are no more involved with material activities.
Okay, but how can we be no more involved? Srila Prabhupada, he was cooking, he was flying using the aeroplane, he was engaging with the white people. So he was actually, when we see, it looks like he's engaging in the material activity. How is that? I mean, devotees are also engaging, going to work, producing children. So isn't it material activity?
I mean, it is activity, but it is all. It is not. It is it belongs to the transcendental side because it is. I mean, liberator material work means that work that's not so good for.
Yeah, okay. So how do you understand this? Liberated soul. What's the first of all, what's the definition of liberation? Liberation. So we have seen this. So this is very important. Before we proceed further, this is all the basic things that we should know. Otherwise, we don't have the understanding. So anyone else? Keshav and Prabhu, you have to try. So what is your understanding on liberation? What is the meaning of liberation?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, சொல்லுங்க.
Attain moksha.
Okay. What is the meaning moksha?
Mm.
இப்போ மோட்சம் எப்படி ஒரு சொல்றீங்க? நீங்க மோட்சம் அடைஞ்சிட்டீங்க. இவங்க மோட்சம் அடையல. எதை வச்சு சொல்ல முடியும்? What is your understanding on that? How do you know?
Should I give it a second try, Babu?
Yes, சொல்லுங்க பிரபு.
That means you are not going to be in the Brahma Jyoti. That means there's no impersonal liberation. You are going to go to that transcendental liberation.
Okay, so what is the meaning transcendental liberation? What is that the meaning? That is what we are looking for. Yes.
So is it spiritual freedom, particularly from the cycle of birth and death?
Yeah, technically we can say that. But what is, you see, that is why, huh? So what is the meaning? Let me see. So you see, let us go back to Srila Prabhupada books. So Prabhupada actually in the very introduction of Bhagavad Gita, he described what is actually liberation, right? So what is the meaning liberation can be seen here. So let us read here so everyone can understand. Right? So this is very important. So when someone asks you what is moksha, Prabhu said moksha, but what is moksha? Nowadays everyone is using the word moksha very cheaply, isn't it? So basically, liberation means, I'll find the exact evidence, but let me explain to you. Liberation means basically, you're not being controlled by the material energy, but you are taking the shelter of spiritual energy, which is Krishna. So when you surrender to Krishna, that means you are no more under the material energy. Even though you are doing activity, so-called activity of material activity, but it is actually spiritual because you are dedicating everything to Krishna. Krishna is in the center. புரியுதுங்களாமா? So அதனால this is the meaning liberation. Liberation means simply the change of consciousness. This is the key word. Change of what? Change of consciousness from self-consciousness, from materialistic consciousness to Krishna consciousness. Okay, so what is the meaning of so one simple example right now? See, I am hungry, I'm going to cook, so I go to the supermarket, I buy vegetables, I buy these things, and I cook and I eat. So this is material consciousness. But the same person is feeling hungry, the same person, he goes exactly to the supermarket and buy all these things, he's also cooking. Same thing. But what is the difference? His consciousness is, I want to give it to Krishna. I want to offer it with love to Krishna. Then I will honor the prasadam, the remnants of Krishna. புரியுதுங்களா? So therefore this becomes spiritual. Same thing. Someone is getting married, but he is getting married playing cinema song, dancing and putting some alcohol intoxication, and the mood is to enjoy himself. The same person who get married, another person we can see, he's inviting the devotees, he's putting Krishna at the center, taking marriage as a service to produce Krishna conscious child. See, same person, same activity, but what is the difference? The consciousness is different. One want to please themselves, one want to enjoy. Another one want to please Krishna, not enjoy, to serve Krishna. So therefore, this is the meaning of liberation in the moksha. When your senses, your mind, your body is engaged in Krishna conscious activity, this is the meaning of liberation. You no need to leave this body to be liberated. புரியுதுங்களா? So is it clear, Prabhu, the meaning of liberation here? Is it crystal clear?
Very clear.
Yeah, so this is the answer, this is the understanding we should have. Right? So so let me find what Srila Prabhupada say here very clearly. Huh? This is already Prabhupada explained here in the very basics of Introduction to Bhagavad Gita. Let me see. The exact word of liberation. Prabhupada will give the exact definition here. Okay. Let me see. Search to the whole. mm, Okay, because I just want to give you the exact evidence. No, because this is not our speculation. This is an understanding of liberation as it is from Shastra. Right? Right. So basically, this is the meaning of liberation. So now that is why Srila Prabhupada, he is a liberated soul. Right? What is the difference between us and Acharyas? Because Acharyas, they are 100% liberated, they are 100% Krishna conscious. How about us? We are trying to become liberated. That is why we are called practicing Krishna consciousness. Yes or no? Right? We are
Yes.
practicing. That means we are trying to become liberated. So we may be 50%, 20%. But Acharyas, they are liberated. That is why they can give us, they can guide us. Right? So this is the point. அவ்வளோதான். So we don't need to die to become liberated. Mokshamna, by simply engaging in Krishna consciousness, we engage our consciousness, and when we leave the body, we go back to Krishna. Simple as that. Right? So is that clear? Is that clear? Yes.
Sir.
Can you summarize, Swami Arsi Mataji, what is the meaning of liberation?
It's not controlled by material nature. From change consciousness from self-consciousness to spiritual consciousness, and putting Krishna is in the center.
Yes, yes. So
Srila Prabhupada is a liberated soul because he is practicing Krishna consciousness.
he is not
And
practicing, he is perfected Krishna
Perf-
consciousness. We are practicing Krishna consciousness. Right?
Yes.
Right. So it must be very clear. Right?
Okay, sir.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. Keshavan Prabhu, is it good? Is that clear? The understanding on liberation?
Good, Prabhu. All good.
Okay.
Understand.
Thanks, Prabhu. Thanks. So now, because it's very important, Prabhu, that's why I just want to make sure we are on the same track, same understanding. Otherwise, we can speculate anything. So this is the only way for liberation. Liberation means you must change your consciousness. Otherwise, what is the point? You can go to many temples. You can go to many. You can do many rituals. You can worship many things. You can do many fancy things in your house. You can take so many austerities. But when your consciousness is not changed, not purified, and not centered around Krishna, Guru, and Vaishnavas, then there's no liberation. Right? So சும்மா சும்மா மோட்ச விளக்கு போட்டா மோட்சம் அடைய முடியாது. ஸோ எல்லாம் என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க? புரியுது நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னு? உயிரோட இருக்கும்போது நான் என்ன வேணாலும் செய்வேன். உயிரோட இருக்கும்போது நான் என்ன வேணாலும் செய்வேன், எது வேணாலும் செய்வேன். நான் ஐ டோன்ட் பாதர். ஃபார் மீ லைக் ஸ்பிரிச்சுவலிட்டி இஸ் ஜஸ்ட் பார்ட் ஆஃப் மை லைஃப். In fact, that is very wrong because spirituality is your life. You are a spiritual person. You are Atma. And people என்ன நினைக்கிறாங்க? We can only go to temple. Otherwise, we just do whatever we want. Career development. Career is important, but that is not the primary thing. Right? So they do whatever they want. So what happened when they passed away? So நீங்கள் ஒரு ஐயரை கூப்பிட்டு அப்படியே அவங்க ஃபோட்டோ நடுவில் வச்சு ஃபோட்டோ மேலே அப்படியே நல்லா பூவை அடுக்கி அது மேலே சிவலிங்கத்தை போட்டு அப்போ அதுக்கு மேலே ஒரு விளக்கை போட்டு ஒரு மோட்ச விளக்கு காட்டி ஐயருக்கு கூப்பிட்டு ரிச்சுவல் செஞ்சால் மோட்சம் அடைஞ்சிட முடியுமா? You tell me. அடைஞ்சிட முடியுமா? What do you think? Harsi Mataji.
Yes, sir.
Can மோட்சம் அடைய முடியுமா முடியாதா? Can he attain liberation or not?
No.
No. Why? Why no?
Not that easy, Prabhu.
Not the why no? Why no? Because the consciousness are the key. The consciousness is
Consciousness not there.
not liberated, because liberation means change of consciousness. You do whatever you want. You're not willing to follow scripture. You cannot even attend 1 hour discussion of Bhagavad Gita. You cannot even spend your time, for spiritual discussion, understanding the philosophy. You think that you know everything. You think that I have studied the whole Mahabharata. You think that I am a devotee for 10 years. You think that I am a devotee since born. So you think that, I don't need to attend all these things. So this is the ignorance. If you're claiming yourself to be a devotee, that means you should constantly be listening, and you won't feel enough. You should more and more. This is a sign of devotion. There's no such thing as I've understood the Bhagavad Gita. I have studied the Bhagavad Gita. I have attended Bhakti Shastri. I have completed this. That means you must have more devotion. The more Gita classes you must attend more, you must listen more, you must practice more. That is how we see things. So you cannot attain liberation simply by doing some rituals. Right? This is the point. Okay. So now let's go back to our shloka. Right? So now we have understood here by this verse, there are two things: conditioned soul, liberated soul. Right? Okay. So Jiva Loke, the word of conditioned life. Jiva Bhuta, the conditioned living entity. Sanatana. So what is the meaning Sanatana? Eternal. Right? So any other word you heard before? Sanatana? Sanatana means what? Sanatana Dharmam.
Dharma.
Sanatana Dharma. What is the meaning of Sanatana Dharma? R.C. Mataji.
Practicing Krishna consciousness.
Okay, good. But why it is called Sanatana Dharma? Can you explain why it is called Sanatana Dharma? ஸோ இப்போ ஆளுங்க கேட்குறாங்க, என்னப்பா இப்போ நம்ம பெருமையாக போட்டுக்கிறோம்ல, ஹிந்துயிசம் வே ஆஃப் லைஃப், சனாதன தர்மம் த பெஸ்ட், அதெல்லாம் நம்ம போடுறோம். சரி, சனாதன தர்மம் கூட சொல்ல மாட்டோம், ஹிந்துயிசம் த வே ஆஃப் லைஃப் சொல்லுவாங்க. எஸ் நோ? People used to say Hinduism the way of life, isn't it? But now what is Hinduism? What is the way of life? No one knows. No one really practice. Right? So that's why I'm asking. So the actual term is Sanatana Dharma, because Hinduism is a very foreign thing. It's not mentioned in Shastra. சரிங்களா? So Sanatana Dharma is our identity. Okay? So now if someone asks you what is Sanatana Dharma, how are you going to explain to them? Let's say some new people, some foreign people who doesn't know Shastra, they ask you, what do you think, Prabhu? Our Kripa Prabhu, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu. What is Sanatana Dharma?
That dharma which is eternal. There's no beginning or end.
So Dharma.
Acharya.
Dharma. What is Dharma?
Your work, your occupation in life.
What occupation?
You're an eternal servant of Lord Krishna.
Thank you, bro. So anyone else? Any other answer? Right. So this is very important, very, very significant word, Sanatana. Sanatana means eternal. So that is why our identity is called the followers of Sanatana Dharma. So what is the meaning Sanatana Dharma? First of all, Sanatana means eternal. You are eternal. Adan artham adha. Because we are this, not this body, we are soul. We are Atma. Atma is eternal or not? Atma kalivu irukka? Illa. So Atma is eternal or not?
Yes.
Yeah, so Atma is eternal. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, Krishna says, Na jayate, na mariyate va kadachin. There is no birth, no death for the soul. Yeah, it's simply changing the body. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara. It changes body from childhood, from youth to old age. So the body is changing. Right? But the soul is eternal. So the soul is eternal. This is your identity. First, you must understand. You are eternal being. You are spiritual being. You are part and parcel. You are Amsa of Krishna. So you are eternally related to Krishna. You are eternally servant of Krishna. This is the meaning, Sanatana. So I am eternal. Krishna is also eternal. So when we understand the relationship between the eternal servant and the eternal master, that is Sanatana. Okay, you make sure understand this by heart. Very important. To understand the relationship between the eternal servant, which is ourself, and the eternal master, Lord Krishna. To understand this and revive this relationship. That is our dharma. Adan dharmam. வேற எந்த தர்மமும் இல்லை. Dharma means what is our nature. Very simple. When we say fire, what is the nature of fire? நெருப்புனா சுடும், gives heat. தண்ணினா liquid. அதே மாதிரி the nature of the living entity is to serve Krishna, only Krishna. Okay, mark my word, only Krishna. அவ்வளவுதான், not Krishna and etc and etc. No. இல்லை நான் சண்டே வந்து பெருமாள் கிருஷ்ணா கும்பிடுவேன், சாட்டர்டே வந்து நான் அங்கே கும்பிடுவேன், மண்டே வந்து நான் சாய்பாபா போவேன். நான்சென்ஸ். Right? Sanatana Dharma means eternally serving the eternal master, who is Krishna. This is the meaning of Sanatana Dharma. So, by realizing you are the eternal servant and serving Krishna eternally, this is your way of life, Krishna consciousness, and that is Sanatana Dharma. Is that crystal clear? Arasim Mataji, can you
Yes,
summarize
sir.
for me? Your understanding? What is the meaning of Sanatana Dharma?
Sanatana Dharma is the internal soul. We are the part and parcel of Krishna, servant to Krishna, and to understand the relationship of ourselves and Krishna, only Krishna.
Why Sanatana? Sanatana means what?
Sanatana means internal.
Eternal means?
Internal soul.
What is eternal? Do you understand what is the meaning eternal?
Yes, soul, sir, internal.
No. Eternal, what is the meaning eternal? Leave the soul. What is the meaning eternal? Kripa, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, want to help? What is the meaning eternal?
There is no birth, no death, forever you will ask.
Yeah. So eternal means forever. Mataji, make sure you know the
Oh.
meaning of eternal. Eternal na enna theriyungalaa? Eternal na
Forever.
forever.
Mm.
அதான் eternal. So நான் சொல்லுவாங்களே, I love you forever ன்னு சில பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க. Forever. அப்படின்னா there is no beginning, no ending. Is eternal. நிரந்தரமானது. தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும்னா நிரந்தரமானது. புரியுதுங்களா?
Yes, sir.
This is the definition. Okay. Can you read the definition?
Sorry, sir.
Can you read the definition? I have already googled you the definition of eternal according to dictionary. Please read it. What is the meaning there?
Internal adjective, is it?
What is the meaning?
Everlasting. Everlasting.
Yes. அவ்வளவுதான். Is it clear?
Yes.
So that is the meaning Sanatana, everlasting, eternal. So why it is called Sanatana Dharma? Because we are everlasting eternal servant of Krishna. This is our identity. This is our dharma. Clear?
We are everlasting
Servant.
servant.
Yeah, we are eternal servant. நிரந்தரமான servant of Krishna தான் நம்ம. This is our nature. இதான் இது தர்மம்னா என்னது? இதான் தர்மம். To understand this தான் தர்மம். இப்ப what is the dharma of fire? அப்படின்னு நான் சொன்னேன்னா, ஃபயர், நீங்க ஃபயர் கிட்ட போனீங்கன்னா என்ன செய்யும்?
Burn பண்ணும்.
Burn பண்ணும். அதான தர்மம். Can you separate heat from fire?
Cannot.
Same. Can you separate liquid from water?
No.
Cannot. Right? So அதே மாதிரி this serving Krishna you cannot separate.
If not, you go there, hit.
This is the dharma. இதுதான் dharma. That means when we say we are spiritual soul, our nature, our origin is to serve Krishna. இதுதான் point. இது நம்ம புரியாம இருந்தா என்ன செய்வோம்? கிருஷ்ணாவை தவிர வேற எல்லாமே சர்வ் பண்ணுவோம். The serving tendency is always there. கவனிச்சிருப்பீங்களா? இப்ப நிறைய பேர் வந்து பகவான் யாருன்னு தெரியல. ஆனா என்ன பண்ணுது? The nature is there, no? The nature is to serve someone, serve the country, serve the senses, serve the boss, serve the family, serve your mind, serve your desire. Yes or no?
Yes.
Can you take out the service attitude? Cannot. நீங்க அந்த service, you cannot separate the service attitude from the soul. Because it is the nature of the soul to serve someone. To perfectly understand means to serve Krishna. That's perfection. That's உண்மையான nature. Okay, is it clear? This is very basics. This is very important
Yes, sir.
because you're already in chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita, right? So all these things we are just revising, because otherwise we cannot proceed. Because when I say eternal soul, if you don't know the meaning of eternal, then you have to ask Mataji. Please ask if you don't understand any meaning of an English word in Srila
Okay,
Prabhupada
sir.
books. It's very important.
Mm.
Okay, this is how we study. Okay, if you don't know what is the meaning, fragmental, you must ask. Particle, you must ask. Everything you must ask. Otherwise, it's very difficult for us. Okay, is it clear? We have covered
Yes, sir.
what is Jiva, conditioned soul, liberated soul, Sanatana Dharma. Clear?
Yes, sir. Mm.
So, can you summarize for me the meaning of Sanatana Dharma?
Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana
Mm.
Dharma is the internal
Mm.
soul and or everlasting soul. Nah? We are everlasting servant of Krishna, serving Krishna.
That is why it's called eternal, because our
Yes,
nature is always, because we
serve
are
Krishna.
eternal. Yeah, because by right we are also eternal. We don't have death or birth. Soul is eternal, right? So the nature of soul is eternally serve Krishna. That's the point. Okay. அடுத்தது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மன means what? Mind. Mana means mind.
With the mind.
Shashtani. Shashta means 6. So Indriyani means sensor. Indriya, senses. Prakriti means the material nature. Sthani, situated. Karshati, struggling heart. So the translation here is a very important purport here. Okay. So let's give the translation first. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to the conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the 6 senses, which include the mind. So, is it clear what Krishna is telling you? So, Krishna, Bhagavan என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா இங்க Krishna is declaring very boldly, and Krishna is owning all of us. அவர் என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா இந்த உலகத்துல உள்ள எல்லா ஜீவ ஆத்மாங்கள், all the living entities, okay, not only human. Okay, when we say living entity means what? All the living plants, animals, microorganisms, everyone, right? So all the jiva atmas in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Mama eva amsa அப்படின்றாரு. நீங்க எல்லாம் என்னுடைய அம்சம்பா. Isn't it very nice? Krishna is actually claiming, he is declaring that all of you are belongs to me. You are my part and parcel. So, and the very important word is what? Eternal fragmental part. So, அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? It's a very important
Part
point.
and parcel.
அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்னா, when we say, it's a very important point, very important point. You know why? Because when we say eternal fragmental part, Krishna is also eternal. We are also
Internal.
That means you cannot become Krishna. Can you become Krishna?
Cannot.
Because you are also eternal and Krishna is also eternal. Different individual are there. But what is the different? You are fragmental part. Krishna is the whole. And even though we are fragment of Krishna, Krishna remain the whole. Krishna remain perfect. So it is not that just because we are coming fragment from Krishna, Krishna become reduced. No such thing. You're getting the meaning or not?
Yes.
இப்போ நிறைய பேர் என்ன நினைப்பாங்க, ஓகே ஸோ திஸ் ஆல் மை ஃப்ரெக்மெண்டல் பார்ட்னா அப்படின்னா அப்போ நான் என்னுடைய ஃப்ரெக்மெண்ட் வெளியாகனா எனக்கு பவர் குறைஞ்சிரும். அப்படி கிடையாது. கிருஷ்ணா ரிமைன் த ஹோல். ஓம் பூர்ணமதா பூர்ணமிதம் பூர்ணாத் பூர்ணம் உதச்சத்தே பூர்ணஸ்ட பூர்ணம் அதாய. ஸோ ஈஷோபனிஷாத் ஸ்லோகா இருக்கு. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? எவ்ரி திங் இஸ் பர்ஃபெக்ட். Everything is created by the Lord, and whatever is coming from the Lord, so everything is coming from the Lord. And despite all these things, the Lord remain perfect, remain whole thing. No, even though the Lord is emanating many things, manifesting many things, and creating many things, still He remain perfect. புரியுதுங்களா? It is not like இப்போ எனக்கு சத்து ஜுத்தா இருக்கு, நான் எல்லாருக்கும் டொனேஷன் கொடுத்துறேன், எனக்கு காசு குறைஞ்சிரும். அது நம்ப. But Krishna, even though he is giving to everyone and creating everyone, he remains perfect balance. There is no reducing. This is the understanding, right? So this is very important understanding to defeat Mayavadam. That means you cannot become God because you are eternally servant. That's your position, and Krishna is eternal master. So there's no such thing as you become God. You go into the God's. You என்ன சொல்றது, merge into the God. கடவுள் ஆயிட்டோம், அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. So this one verse is enough to smash the whole Mayavadi understanding because we are eternal fragmental parts. ஸோ அப்படின்னா நம்ம என்ன புரியுது தெரியுங்களா? இன்னொரு என்ன அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங்னா, we are not being created at one point. Just like what many people used to understand. You know what I mean? Many people used to understand. Many other people who doesn't have the sufficient knowledge, who are under ignorance, right? You know what I mean? They think that human beings are created at particular time. புரியுதுங்களாப்பா? என்ன சொல்றாங்க? Human beings A created, அப்புறம் வந்து B woman. ஸோ அதுலேருந்து தான் வந்து இந்த உலகமே ஆரம்பிக்குது. அப்புறம் தான் பாப்புலேஷனே எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் ஆகுது. அது மணிக்கு ஹியூமனே இல்லை, அது மணிக்கு எல்லாம் கோல இருந்தாங்க. ஸோ and many other speculations they are speaking. But from here we can understand the living entities are not created at any point. They are eternally there. But because of our own desire, we have come into the material nature because we don't want to take shelter of Krishna. So Krishna says, if you don't want to take my shelter, Krishna never forces anyone. So therefore we are sent here. But when we realize, then we can go back to Krishna. This is the understanding. Is it clear understanding, Mataji? So we are not created. Eternal, when we say eternal, is always there. This is something very, very amazing where Bhagavad Gita teaches us. வேற எந்த ஒரு ஃபிலோசபிக்கிலும் இல்லை, வேற எந்த ஒரு ஸ்கிரிப்டிலும் இந்த விஷயம் கிடையாது. Only in Bhagavad Gita we can understand this fact that you are eternal being. How can you prove it? Very simple. That is why no one want to die. சரிங்களா? இப்போ யாராச்சும் சாவ போறீங்களா? சொல்லுங்க. யாராச்சுக்கும் சாவ பிடிக்குமா? அதான் கேள்வி. Do you like to die? Arsi Mataji, do you like to die? No, very simple. Do you like to die? Of course, all of us have to die.
I have to die one day.
That is okay. You see, my question is, do you like to die? அதான் கேள்வி. No, you answer me honestly. Do you like to die?
No.
Yeah. Why you don't die? Because by very nature, you are eternal. Can you see, your nature is telling, I am eternal. I don't want to die. I don't want to get disease. I want to live forever. Because this is very natural to us. Because by nature, when you understand, you are eternal. You are not the body. The body is temporary. This is the fact. This is the proof I can give you. Isn't it? So, that is why nobody wants to die. They want to take vaccination. They want to take a lot of medicines. They think that all this can prevent them from getting distressed, from changing bodies. But that have to come. But how to overcome that? How to realize that you are eternal? That's where Bhagavad Gita teaches you. So the point என்ன மேக் பண்றேன்னா, by default you are eternal. இதுதான் fact. So அதுதான் நம்ம வந்து ரியலைஸ் பண்ணணும். Okay, is it clear? Right. So let's go back. So இதுதான் due to condition life. என்ன கதை தான் கிருஷ்ணன் சொல்ற? என்ன கதை? நம்மலாம் வந்து பகவானுடைய பார்ட் அண்ட் பார்சல். பட் என்ன கதைனா, டியூ டு condition life. Yeah. due to our sense gratification, due to our nature to enjoy the world, to enjoy ourselves. நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்? We are stuck here. We are being conditioned soul. அதான் conditioned soul. And they are struggling very hard with என்னது? Shashtani Indriyani, the 6 senses which include the mind. Okay, is it very clear with a
Yes, sir.
translation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got not much time actually, but we have a long purport to go. So let's see. Let's read the purport. Because okay. Can anyone read for me? Kesavan Prabhu, you have to read the purport for me.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can Prabhu?
Yeah,
In
come on, Padma.
this verse, the identity of the living being is clearly given. The living entity is the fragmental part and parcel of the Supreme Lord eternally. It is not that he assumed individuality in his conditional life and in his liberated state becomes one with the Supreme Lord. He is eternally fragmented. It is clearly said, Sanatana, according to the Vedic version, the Supreme Lord manifests and expands himself in innumerable expansion, of which the primary expansion are called Vishnu Tattva, and the secondary expansion are called the living entities. In other words, the Vishnu Tattva is the personal expansion and the living entities are the separated expansion. By his personal expansion, he is manifested in various forms like Lord Rama, Narasimha Deva, Vishnu Murti, and all the predominating deities in the Vaikuntha planets. The separated expansion, the living entities, are eternally servitors. The personal expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the individual identity of the Godhead are always present. Similarly, the separated expansion of living entities have their identities. As fragmental parts and parcel of the Supreme Lord, the living entities also have fragmental portions of his qualities, of which independence is one. Every living entity, as an individual soul, has his personal individuality and a minute form of independence. By misuse of the independence, one becomes a conditioned soul, and by proper use of independence, he is always liberated. In either case, he is qualitatively eternal as the Supreme Lord is. In his liberated state, he is freed from his material condition and he is under the engagement of transcendental service unto the Lord. In his conditioned life, he is dominated by the material modes of nature and he forgets the transcendental loving service of the Lord. As a result, he has to struggle very hard to maintain his existence in the material world.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. This is the first paragraph. So you see, immediately to explain this verse, Srila Prabhupada வந்து முதல்ல என்ன செய்றாரு நீங்க பாக்குறீங்களா? What is doing here? Immediately he is smashing down the bogus understanding of Advaita. Advaita means oneness. Because 99% of our population are being illusioned by this bogus understanding of Advaita or Mayavada or impersonalism or oneness understanding. Have you heard about this? Mayavada, Advaita, impersonalism. Have you heard about this, Keshwan Prabhu? What is the meaning of this Mayavadam?
Like Sadguru Prabhu.
What is the meaning? Okay, what is the meaning Mayavadam? There's an example. So, what is the meaning Mayavadam actually? Why it is called Mayavadam or Advaita? What is the philosophy?
I'm not sure, Prabhu.
You're not sure. Okay. Arsi Mataji?
In personalities, they don't believe in Krishna, they believe in the Brahma Jyotis.
Belief can be very subjective, right? So, basically, I'm very allergic to the word belief.
They think
You know why?
drinking.
No, that's okay. Thank you. I'm just telling you. You know why? Because the word belief.
This is tomorrow morning one.
So, why I don't like the word belief? You see, Mataji, belief can mean I can believe something, you can believe something.
Yes.
But we don't know what is the fact.
Mm.
Yes or no?
Mm.
That means, you see, I believe in humanity. Okay. I believe in Krishna. Okay. And you believe in, maybe you believe in, some other thing. Maybe you believe in atheism.
Mm.
Okay. Correct or not?
Yes.
But now you tell me which is the fact. Okay. Another example. You can believe that water is, okay, example, like, I'm giving you an apple now. You see, factually there is an apple. So when I ask you what is this, someone can say, I believe this is an guava. Another person can say, I believe this is an mata kuching. And I believe this is orange. I believe, and people can go on. Yes or no?
Mm.
So your belief, but you don't know. This is your belief, your understanding. But what is the factual thing? That is an apple. Yes?
Yes.
So I'm just telling you. See, many people don't understand the heaviness. The subjectiveness of this word believe. It is very diplomatic word. I believe and you believe. I respect your belief. You respect my belief. You see, this is rascaldom because they don't want to know the truth. So this is where people come and tell, I respect you, you respect me. Because why? They don't want to get triggered. They don't know the fact. They don't want to know what is the real thing. You don't kachaw me, I don't kachaw you. So let me do what I want. Let you do you what you want, you do. So this is not right actually. We must be interested in finding the fact. What is the fact? Right? புரியுதுங்களா நான் சொல்றது மாதாஜி? So that is the danger of the word belief.
Okay.
So if you ask me, I wouldn't say I believe in Krishna. In fact, I would say Krishna is the personality of God. That is a fact. It's not belief. Whether you believe or not believe, I got no issues. You know what I mean? அப்படிதான் நான் சொல்லுவேன் ஆளுங்க கேட்டா. Whether you believe or not believe is not my problem. This is the fact. This is an apple.
Mm.
Whether if you don't know what is an apple, if you never seen an apple before, then I don't know. You might be illusioned. You might think this is something else.
Mm.
So whether you know or not, this is Krishna. This is God.
Mm.
And we are individual soul. This is tattva. This is fact. புரியுதுங்களா மாதாஜி? So never use this word. Of course, many people use this. For me personally, I feel I am against this word of belief because it's dilute the truth. Isn't I take on this word belief? You agree with me now? What do you think? Do you agree with me on this?
Yes, sir.
Do you think the word believe is so much diplomatic and try to play safe and try to, make the hide the truth? It tries to hide the truth.
Yes.
So it's such a dangerous word. So we are not believers of Krishna. Someone might say, we all believers of Krishna. கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா?
Mm.
Of course, you understand. Believer means you, of course, you accept Krishna as personality of God. That is okay. But I'm looking into it in a very, very precise manner. You see, we are believer of Jesus Christ. We are believer of that. You see, we are not interested in your belief. We are interested in what is a fact, right? So it's point. Hmm? So okay. So come back to the meaning. So what is the meaning of Advaita?
They don't accept Krishna as God. They infulgence of Krishna, Brahma Jyoti.
Okay. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, what is the meaning of Advaita?
Becoming one with the Lord.
Yes. So Advaita means
It's
it's very
monastic philosophy, sir.
yes. So let us discuss on Advaita. It's quite important. So what is the meaning of Advaita? So Advaita means very simple. Basically, you think that நானும் கடவுள் தான். ஆனா இப்ப நான் மறந்துட்டேன் நான் கடவுள்னு. சரிங்களா? இதான் அவங்களுடைய அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங். அத்வைத்தானா ரெண்டு, துவானா ரெண்டு, துவைத்தா டூவா, மலையாளம் சொல்லுவாங்க டூவா, டூவானா ரெண்டு. அது மணிக்கு ஏ போட்டீங்கன்னா பிகம் அத்வைத்தா. அத்வைத்தானா நாட் டூ, இஸ் ஒன். Understand or not? So Advaita. Remember, this is the definition. Always must know the definition. Always must know what is the meaning of the word. Then from there you can elaborate. You see, very simple. You don't need to memorize anything. By heart, you need to understand things. Seringla. So again, I'm telling. So this is very basics. We have already gone through very far. So I hope all the regular Matajis and Prabhus who are following Bhagavad Gita discussion, you should know these things by heart. Because Advaita is very, very basics. We should know this. What is the meaning of Advaita? Of course, you're not wrong by the definition, but you must know the literal meaning of Advaita. You must first explain. When I ask something, you must explain the meaning of the word first. What is the meaning Advaita? Advaita. Dvaita means dua, two, dwa. So when you put the A in front, it becomes Advaita. That means it's not two, not dua, one. That's the meaning of the word. Okay. So what is one? The meaning is the philosophy is that everything is same. Everyone is God, right? So everyone can become God, can become one with God. சரிங்களா? கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? நானும் கடவுள் தான், நீங்களும் கடவுள் தான். அது நீங்க மறந்துட்டீங்க. நீங்க கடவுளை நீங்க புரிஞ்சுட்டீங்கன்னா நீங்க கடவுள் ஆயிரலாம். And ultimately they say that by realizing this, you can go and become merged. கடவுள்கிட்ட போய் கலந்துடலாம். ஜோதி. That means கடவுள்கிட்ட போய் கலந்துடலாம். அந்த ஒளி, அந்த ஜோதி ஒளியில போய் நம்ம மிக்ஸ் பண்ணிடலாம். This is the understanding of Advaita. So that is why they say that all of us are all God, but we have forgotten. So when you study Bhagavad Gita, when you know you are the Atma, and then you do some sadhana, some spiritual practice, you can worship whoever you want, no problem, because ultimately everything is the same. Ultimately everything is the same. நீங்க மனசுல பிடிச்சவங்களை மட்டும் வழிபடுங்க. உங்களுக்கு யாரு மனசுல பிடிக்குதோ வழிபடுங்க. கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? சொல்லுவாங்களா இல்லையா? உங்களுக்கு மனசுல யார் பிடிக்குதோ வழிபடுங்க. நல்லா இருக்குல்ல கேட்க? ஏன்னா இந்த மாதிரி வார்த்தை நம்மளுக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். மனசுக்கு யாரை பிடிச்சீங்களோ வழிபடுங்க. மனசுக்கு என்ன செய்தோ செய்யுங்க. எல்லாமே ஒண்ணுதான்ப்பா. எம்மதமும் சம்பந்தம்பா. என்னப்பா? எம்மதமும் அப்படி சொல்லுவாங்க. So this is the illusion. This is the problem of Mayavada. They think that everything is one. But the factual thing is, everything is not one. A is A, B is B. If you want to travel to Kadda, you need to take a highway that leads to Uttara. If you want to go to Johor, you need to go to Selatan. So you cannot be telling, எப்படி போனாலும் நீங்க ஜோஹோ போயிடலாம்ப்பா. Yes or no? You have to take a different path. So different path leads you to different destination. Not all paths lead to the same destination and goal. This is very logic and basics. Clear, no? Is that clear? So
Yes,
Maya, that's why it's called Advaita. Advaita means they want to merge with God. Jodi, Jodi, Jodi. They say Jodi. So Jodi means what? That means God is just light. So the real question comes in now. What's the real questions? So I would like to ask maybe Keshavan Prabhu. Keshavan Prabhu, do you think கடவுளுக்கு உருவம் இருக்கா இல்லையா பிரபு? சொல்லுங்க, உங்களுடைய ஒப்பீனியன் என்ன?
பிரபு.
சொல்லுங்க பிரபு, கடவுளுக்கு உருவம் இருக்கா இல்லையா?
இருக்கு பிரபு.
இருக்கா? ஓகே. எதை வச்சு சும்மா எதை வச்சு சொல்றீங்க? ஜஸ்ட் வாண்ட் டு ஆஸ்க் யூ ஒப்பீனியன். எதை வச்சு சொல்றீங்க?
உருவம் இருக்கிறனால தான் நம்ம வணங்குறோம்.
உணவு இருக்கிறனால தான் வணங்குறீங்களா? ஓகே, ஓகே. அரசி மாதாஜி, do God have a form?
Yes, he has a form. Because we have a form, he also has a form.
Definitely. கிரியேட்டருக்கே இல்லைன்னா அப்ப நம்ம எப்படி கிரியேட் பண்ண முடியும்? That's the logic, right? Simple logic, right? So thank you மாதாஜி, thank you Keshavan Prabhu. So பாத்தீங்கன்னா these Advaita, they understanding is that கடவுளுக்கு உருவம் கிடையாதுப்பா. சரிங்களா? கடவுளுக்கு உருவம் கிடையாது. நீங்க எல்லாம் இப்ப இந்த இந்த வடிவமா வச்சு வணங்குறீங்களே, அதெல்லாம் ஒரு சிம்போல் தான். அதெல்லாம் ஒரு சிம்போல், தெரியுங்களா? சிம்போல். And they will give the example of just like the flag. இப்ப நம்ம நிகாராக்கு பாடும்போது பண்டிரா மலேசியா போடுவோமா இல்லையா?
Yes.
நம்ம அந்த பண்டிராக்கு சல்யூட் பண்றோமா இல்லையா?
Yes.
ஸோ அந்த பண்டிராவை என்ன சிம்பிளைஸ் பண்ணுது? அவர் நேஷன். குறைக்கணும். ஆனா அந்த பண்டிரா வந்து நம்ம நேஷனா இல்ல. The bandera is very limited. It doesn't actually equal it our whole nation. But the bandera actually represent or actually indicates or symbolize our nation. Yes or no?
Yes.
So therefore, கடவுளுக்கு உண்மையிலே உருவம் கிடையாது. நீங்க வச்சு வணங்குற அந்த உருவம் எல்லாம் வந்து ஒரு சிம்போல் தான் டு connect with God. அதனால அல்டிமேட்லி கடவுளுக்கு உருவம் கிடையாது, கடவுள் ஒரு ஒளி. ஸோ நீங்க எந்த சிம்போல் வச்சா என்ன? இப்போ புரியுதுங்களா அந்த எங்க அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் வருதுன்னு? நீங்க எந்த சிம்போல் வச்சா என்னப்பா? எல்லா சிம்போலும் ஒன்று தான் போகுது. ஸோ நீங்க யாரை வணங்கினாலும் பிரச்சனை கிடையாது. எப்படி இருக்கு மாதாஜி? சூப்பரா இருக்கா? Do you think it's a very nice philosophy? Super. You will get attracted. In fact, a lot of people in Hinduism think this is the philosophy. Yes or not, Krishnan Prabhu? எப்படி இருக்கு? Do you think it's very attractive? Do you think it's very nice to hear?
Yes, bro.
Very nice, very nice. Even you will be agreeing with this if you don't know the fact. If someone explain you with this example of flag, you will share it in TikTok. Wow, wonderful explanation about என்னது about deity worship. ஞானா நம்மளுக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் கொடுக்க முடியாது. மத்த வந்து சொல்லுவான் நீ கல்ல கும்பிடுற, நீ கல்ல கும்பிடுற சொல்லுவான். அப்ப அந்த கல்ல கும்பிடுறதுக்கு நம்ம எப்படி நம்ம எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணணும், நம்மளுக்கே அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் இருக்காது. ஸோ இப்போ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு மாயாவதி அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் வரும்போது சூப்பர். மீன்ஸ் அது கல்லே இல்லடா, அது ஒரு சிம்போல் தான், அது கடவுளே இல்லைன்னு சொல்லிடுவோம். புரியுதுங்களா நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னு? பேசிக்கலி நான் இந்த மாதிரி சொல்லும் போது நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்கன்னா, நம்ம கோயில்ல உள்ளது எல்லாமே வந்து சும்மா ஒரு சிம்போல் தான்ப்பா, அது கடவுளே இல்லைன்றோம். அப்ப கடவுளே இல்லைன்னா அப்ப என்னத்துக்கு அபிஷேகம் பண்றீங்க? என்னத்துக்கு பிரசாதம் கொடுக்குறீங்க? என்னத்துக்கு காலன் ஆஃபர் பண்றீங்க? குறைக்கணும். ஸோ வெரி டேஞ்சரஸ் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங். ஸோ நம்மளுக்கு பகவத்கீதா நம்மளுடைய சாஸ்திரம் தெரியலன்னா we will be fall in the trap of this advaita understanding. ஸோ அதனால தான் அதுக்கு இன்னொரு பேர் இருக்கு, மாயாவதம். மாயானா illusion. ஸோ their philosophy is based on illusion, mental speculation. அதனால தான் வைஷ்ணவாஸ் Srila Prabhupada called them Mayavadis. Mayavadis means rascals. Prabhupada says that because why? First of all, they degrade God by preaching that God has no form. That is very much offensive. And then they say everything is same. Right? But what is the fact? The fact is God has a form. That is why Prabhupada says Supreme Personality of God. Hey, Supreme Person. He is a person, pa. He has a personality. He has a character. He is a supreme person. We are person. Krishna is also a person. This is a very basic Prabhupada established in the purport. அதனால தான் மம ஏவ அம்ச ஜீவலோகே. We are eternally a person. Krishna is also eternally a person. And Krishna is a supreme person. We are the supreme servant. Is that clear?
Yes.
ஸோ இதுதான் நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஸோ நம்ம வணங்குறது எல்லாமே கல்லு கிடையாது, அர்ச்ச விக்கிரகா. அர்ச்ச விக்கிரகா, சரிங்களா? கல்லு கிடையாது. And it is none different in Krishna. Whenever we see in temples, Perumal, Krishna, Gauranitai, Narsinga, ராதா கிருஷ்ணா, ராதா கண்ணையா, ராதா சாமசுந்தர, இவங்க எல்லாம் வந்து அர்ச்ச விக்கிரத்த வடிவத்துல இருக்கிறாங்க. பட் they are non different than Krishna. This is what Shastra say. அந்த கலியுகத்துல வந்து பகவானை வந்து நாம மூலியமா நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். there is no different. நாம means chanting the holy name. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா 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 ஹரே ஹரே, ஹரே ராம 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 ஹரே ஹரே. அதே மாதிரி இந்த கலியுகத்துல வந்து பகவான் வந்து நம்மளுக்கு எப்படி தோன்றுவாருன்னா அர்ச்ச விக்கிரத்தை தோன்றுவாரு. சாஸ்திரம் சொல்லியிருக்கு. அர்ச்ச விக்கிரத்தை தோன்றும் போது பகவான் வந்து ஃபுல்லி டிபெண்டன்ட் ஆன் அஸ். இதான் பாயிண்ட். என்னது? ஃபுல்லி டிபெண்டன்ட் ஆன் அஸ். ஸோ நம்ம எப்படி பகவானை பார்த்துக்கிறோமோ ஃபுல்லாக நம்மள தான் டிபெண்ட் பண்ணியிருப்பாரு. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் ஹவு கிருஷ்ணா கிவ் அஸ் மர்சி அண்ட் கிவ் அஸ் சான்ஸ் டு சர்வ் ஹிம் டைரக்ட்லி. ஸோ பகவான் வந்து எல்லாத்துலேயும் இருப்பார், தூண்லையும் இருப்பார், திரும்பலையும் இருப்பார். ஸோ அர்ச்ச விக்கிரத்தில் இருக்க மாட்டாரா சொல்லுங்க. ஸோ அந்த அர்ச்ச விக்கிரம் சும்மா கல் கிடையாது. நம்ம டெம்பிளில் இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணும்போது என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? கும்பாபிஷேகம் பண்ணுவோம், பிராண பிரதிஷ்டை பண்ணுவோம். பிராண பிரதிஷ்டை என்னது? பிராணா மீன்ஸ் வி இன்வைட் த லார்ட் டு ரிசைட் தேர். ஸோ தேர்ஃபோர் இட் பிகம் அர்ச்ச விக்கிரஹா டேட்டி. இதுலேருந்து புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க, அது ஐடல் கிடையாது, கல்லு கிடையாது, ஸ்டேட்டு கிடையாது. தயவு செஞ்சு இந்த மாதிரி வார்த்தையை பாய்க்காதீங்க. You're degrading. It's not stone, it's not idol worship, it is not, we are not doing idol worship. We are not praying to a statue. We are praying to Krishna himself. That is called Archa Vigraha, deity. Is that clear, Mataji?
Yes, sir.
Never ever call it a statue or idol. Okay? So this is an explanation. So don't ever fall in the trap of explanation just either a flag or symbol Mary nonsense. Okay? So now you know why Mayavadi is very dangerous. Now you know why this what is this? This Advaita is very dangerous, right? ஸோ அதுதான் வந்து எங்கள் ஸ்ரீலா பிரபுபாட் சொல்கிறாரு. பார்த்தீங்களா, நம்ம ஆச்சரியர் மூட் பாருங்க, உடனே அட்டிக்கிறாரு, இலூஷன் அட்டிக்கிறாரு. ஸோ ஹி இஸ் டெல்லிங் தட் it is not that he assumes individuality in his conditioned life and is liberated, he become one with the Lord. Nonsense. He cannot become one with the Lord because eternally you are individual. Okay, இதான் பாயிண்ட். And Krishna is individual. So he is eternally fragmented. We are eternally servant, part and parcel. அதனால தான் சனாதனா. ஓகேங்களா, இதுதான் அங்கே ப்ராப்பர் விளக்குறாரு. ஓகே, and Krishna, he can expand himself. So the direct expansion of Krishna is called Vishnu Tattva, personal expansion. Vishnu Tattvana, Narsingha, Rama, இதெல்லாம் விஷ்ணு தத்துவா. வரஹா, பலராமா, இதெல்லாம் விஷ்ணு தத்துவா. ஓகேங்களா, and Krishna also the separate expansion living entities are his eternal servitor. And when Krishna, the living entities are also part and parcel of him and they are eternally servant of him. இதான் வித்தியாசம். சரிங்களா. So the personal expression of Godhead is always there and the individual we are also always there. சரிங்களா. ஸோ இதுதான் அந்த ப்ராப்பர்ட் எங்க எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்றாரு. So a very important point Prabhupada is telling here. So as a fragmental part and parcel of Supreme Lord, the living entities have fragmental portions of his quality. Achintya Beda Abeda. ஞாபகம் இருக்கா அரிசி மாதாஜி?
Yes.
What is Achintya Beda Abeda?
Actually, வரல sir.
Okay. Kripa Prabhu, Vishnu Kripa Prabhu, Achintya Beda Abeda.
That everything is created by me, but I'm not in them. He's higher in quality, quantity, and we have a little bit of his quality.
What is the meaning? No, Prabhu. Achintya Abeda. Abeda means very simple.
Quantity is higher in quantity, we are less. Infinitesimal, he is in the very high, Vibhu. And quality, we are the same, but even we don't have the equal quality.
Okay, so please understand this very carefully. So because we are part and parcel of Krishna. Okay, நல்லா கேளுங்க, புரியலனா நீங்க கேளுங்க திரும்பி. Okay, so because we are part and parcel of Krishna, so we share the same quality as Krishna. Very important point. Okay, do you know what's the meaning here? We share the same quality as Krishna. Okay, so what is the meaning same quality as Krishna? That means Krishna is eternal, we are also eternal. Yes or no?
Yes.
This is quality. Okay, Krishna have a form, we have a form. This is quality, we share. Krishna have beauty, we have beauty. Quality same. So all the quality of Krishna we have it. There's no doubt in that. Is it clear?
Yes.
So now where is the difference? The difference is the
Quantity.
quantity, exactly. Krishna has a quality of beauty. We also have the quality of beauty. But Krishna's beauty is unlimited,
Limited.
transcendental. Our beauty is limited. We will die. Our body will degrade soon. Krishna's quality, he's the most famous
Knowledgeable.
person. Most knowledge is, every knowledge is coming from him. We also have some knowledge, but very limited knowledge. The quantity differ. அவ்வளவுதான். இதுதான் நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஓகேங்களா? That is how we are part and parcel. So we share the same quality, but we are different in quantity. That's how we are different than the Lord. So that is why we cannot become God. As some rascals say that we can become one with God, merge with God. You can become God when you realize all these are bogus understanding. Is it clear, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu and R.C. Mataji?
Yes, sir.
So remember this always.
Very clear.
தேங்க்யூ இது ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க எப்பயுமே. இதுதான் வந்து பேசிக் நம்மளுடைய தத்துவம். இதை வச்சு நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோம்னா நம்ம நோ ஒன் கேன் டிஃபீட் அஸ். பிகாஸ் இதுதான் வந்து த ஹையஸ்ட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆஃப் காட். இதுதான் வந்து த ஹையஸ்ட் ஃபேக்சுவல் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் பிட்வீன் த ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் பிட்வீன் அர்ஸ் அண்ட் காட். இது நம்மளுக்கு மட்டும் தான் தெரியும். இது சைத்தன்ய மகாபிரபு தான் சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்காரு. Only who understand Shastra and Bhagavad Gita and in the mood of Mahaprabhu, these facts are revealed. And other people, they don't know this. So that's why they get confused. They don't know Atma, they don't know who is eternal, they don't know what is the relationship, they don't know. They don't know God as a form. Very, very unfortunate. Okay. So that is what Prabhupada is telling. Since Krishna is fully independent, the quality of independence also with us. Krishna is independent, we are also independent. But what is the difference? Krishna is fully independent, we are minute independent. புரியுதுங்களா? மைனட்னா கொஞ்சம். ஸோ இப்போ என்ன கதைனா, அந்த கொஞ்சம் இண்டிபெண்டன்ஸை மிஸ்யூஸ் பண்ணி வி ஆர் சஃபரிங் ஹியர் இன் திஸ் மெட்டீரியல் வேர்ல்ட். அதான் கிருஷ்ணா சொல்றாரு. அவ்வளோதான் பாயிண்ட். மனசஷ்டானி இந்திரியாணி, நம்ம மனசை வச்சுக்கிட்டு நம்ம சென்ஸை வச்சுக்கிட்டு நம்ம அந்த இண்டிபெண்டனை வந்து மிஸ்யூஸ் பண்ணதுனால நம்ம எங்க கஷ்டப்பட்டுக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஏசணும் அதை நம்ம புரிஞ்சு நம்ம பகவானுக்கு சேவை செய்யும் போது we can go back to him. இதான் பாயிண்ட். ஓகே.
Yes, sir.
That is the whole essence of paragraph 1 as read by Keshavan Prabhu just now. Okay. So we will continue the next 2 paragraphs in the next week. Please come. Very important. The next 2 paragraphs. Okay.
Okay.
So I think I just recap. Today we have learned many important things and we have recalled many important things. The definition of conditioned soul, liberated soul, the definition of Sanatana Dharma, also what is the meaning of Achintya Beda Abeda, and also we have understood about Advaita and Mayavadam. Okay.
Yeah.
This is very crucial, very important. Okay. I am repeating this basically every lecture. I'll be repeating the same thing. Because this is the heart and soul of our philosophy, our Shastra. இதை நீங்க புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா then you can progress in Krishna consciousness. This is very important. Okay, so I will stop here. Is there any question, R.C. Mataji?
No, sir. Understand, sir.
Yeah. Keshav Prabhu, is there anything, Prabhu, you want to ask?
Understand, Prabhu. Explanation very clear.
Okay. So if there's no any other questions, so we will continue next week. Thank you very much. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, sir. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.